11 years done. Who could have ever imagined that I would still be homeschooling 11 years after I started? But we are. Welcome if you are new here. I am Tricia, and I am a homeschooling mom to 3 kids. We just finished grades 10, 6th, and 4th grade. So today, I thought I would do our last update of the year. Back in the winter, when I did a semester update, I separated out high school from my other 2. And so that's what I'm going to do again. My high school one will go live on Saturday. So if you're interested in hearing a little more details on high school life, check out that one on Saturday. Today, I'll just talk about my 4th and 6th graders. Like everyone else, the end of our school year is not quite the way I imagined it would be. Spring activities had just started, and our co-op had a few more weeks, and all of that. But we made the best of it. It was nice having my husband home. He's back to work. He was working from home. So that was nice to have him home. He was able to help with some of the schooling, and none of this quarantine stuff is fun, but we're making the best of it, and it's been good enough. I can't complain too much, other than I really miss people so much. Obviously, I'm going to talk about what we use this year, but in 2 weeks, I am hosting a collaboration of Best of the School Year. And so there I will be sharing very best things, our favorite things for the year. If you are a YouTuber and would like to join in on this collaboration, leave me a comment down below. I would love to have you. When my daughter was this age, 4th grade, 6th grade, coming up for elementary, our days were more regimented, and I don't know how much of that was because of our personalities, and that's what suited us, or it worked because that's kind of the way I made it work. If that makes sense. But I kind of feel like there's been a change, and I don't know how much of that is a change in me, different personalities of the kids, or what. But this year we did a lot for the boys, a lot of unschooling, and a lot of just kind of letting them learn what they wanted to learn. And not completely unschooling, for sure. We definitely had curriculum and mom-directed curriculum and all of that. But man, they still learned so much. It was wonderful for them. I don't know what that means for next year, but for this year it was good. So my 4th grader, one of the things that he discovered just this spring that he loved learning about was geography from the Geography Now YouTube channel. And I know I've talked about this before, but it's been a while, maybe a couple of years even. It is a fantastic channel. The host on it is super engaging, and he's going in order of all the countries, alphabetical order, and he shares, the culture, food, location, history, major events, major geographical landform type stuff. So good. My boys both love them, but especially my 4th grader has gone berserk with them. He will gobble them up. I had to limit him to 2 videos a day because he'd spend, or 2 videos during school time at least, because he'd spend all morning watching Geography Now videos. But he'd get up and look at our world map and look where it is and the other countries around it, trying to make connections with the countries, the information he learned about other countries. It's such a good channel. So if you are looking for something for geography next year, I would definitely check it out. You could build, you could kind of, use something like a Visit To series from Simply Charlotte Mason. You could just kind of assign group videos that would go along with it. We've been using it in conjunction with maps, charts, and graphs Now, with Matthew, at the beginning of the year, I talked about what books I was going to assign for reading. And he is my oldest and my youngest are hard to choose books for different reasons. But he really just loves, he needs super engaging, he likes funny, but getting him to find books that he's willing to just to sit down and enjoy reading has been difficult. He loved the Origami Yoda series at the beginning of the year, and not very many other books on his reading list were hits. So I don't know how to adjust for that for next year. But I think it's a good list still. I'll leave the video link. I'll leave anything that I have videos for, I'll leave the links for video links, and then otherwise I'll put everything else down there as well. It's just difficult. So I think it's a great list. If you're looking for inspiration for kind of the 4th, 5th grade level, go check it out. I don't know what we'll do next year. It's a great list, just didn't work for us. Math with Matthew. He was doing Beast 4 this year, and we had some difficulties because it was a good level for him, but we needed to slow down the pacing. So that made it difficult because I needed to fill in time, not like gaps of learning, just he needed to go do it at a slower pace. So we tried Redbird Math, which is an online from McGraw Hill, I believe. I got a subscription from it from Homeschool Buyers Co-op, and I think it's good. But it wasn't much of a hit as I hoped it would be. I did like their language arts, and I'm going to do a video to go in more into this because I think it's a great option. It's well done. I think it's a really good option if you need something outsourced. I think it's a better math than like teaching textbooks or something along those lines. We bought a year subscription to it, and so we'll continue with it into the fall until the subscription ends. I don't know that we'll continue after that, but it did work out to be pretty good for pacing. Just kind of, we did Beast a couple days a week, and then that. We also, at the end of the year, Beast Academy Online was running a free month for quarantine school, and so we got that, and I ended up subscribing in that for a second month. And I've talked about this before in Beast, that I didn't know that I really wanted to use the online. I didn't like that idea of him just using that. Now, as it turns out, I still ended up doing a lot of it with him. So that fear wasn't realized, but I don't know. I asked him if he thought he would want to do it in the fall, and he likes doing things on the computer, but even that, he was like, I don't know. So I think it's really good. I don't know that we'll continue in the fall. It may be something that we do like in the fall, just hit the books, and then in the spring add it in or something. I don't know. Anyway, it was fun. I liked it. It has good puzzles. The videos were really good where they would teach the skills. It had the all the reading on there. So it's a completely independent thing as opposed to the books. Like, you don't have to use them together. Like, completely separate, standalone programs. So now my 6th grader. Ben, if I let him, would spend 2 hours a day of the school day just reading. That is his favorite thing to do. And so this year his reading list, same video I mentioned before, had some really good options on it. He got through quite a bit of the list, and then quarantine hit. and we couldn't get them from the library. And he does not like reading on a Kindle. So some of the things that were on our list did not get read, and I will carry those over to next year. He also really loved reading for current events, and I just had him choose articles. He would read from Tween Tribune. I've talked about these too. Tween Tribune, and then, which is put out by the Smithsonian online website. Theirs, they have it by like articles, and then there are different versions for different lexile levels. So it's a really nice way if you want to read as a family, like have the same article as a family. You can choose one that has appropriate lexile reading levels for your kids. So he has that, and Newsround, which is from BBC. So he loved those. Loved him. He would read several articles every day. Newsround had more videos. I shouldn't say that. Newsround, he watched more videos on Newsround. I don't know if there really were, or that's just what he chose. And I don't really care what he chose. It was just go read something. Go read some current events. So those are big. Nova on their from PBS was also big for him this spring. I didn't realize on their website that they had like how many articles they had. But again, sometimes he would go read those for current events. He loved just getting on Nova's website and watching videos or reading articles. So often we think of like sites designed for homeschoolers and forget how many other great resources are out there. And PBS's site in general, I think, is one of the best for anything. But there are sites like Nova or American Experience, the ones that are dedicated to some of their big shows, have so many fantastic resources beyond just the shows. This spring we started analytical grammar with him. He did junior analytical grammar last year as a 5th grader. And mostly I just had that someone had given me that, the junior version for free. So that's why I used it. I do think it was a good kind of introduction before he moved into this, though, just to start making things fresh and understanding how to do the style of analytical grammar. But this was slow going. I knew he was not going to like it. But I think I like that this is your entire grammar course, and then you're done. I like that. I don't want to have to do grammar every year in depth. So this I liked. We did not get all that far. We got through, I think, 2 units, which was fine. And we would do each unit over 2 days. So it took us a while to get through them instead of 1 unit supposed to be a week. But that was fine. 6th grade, I just wanted to get him starting it. My original plan had been that we would start it back in like February, and then that didn't happen. So, because I originally wanted to do all of the first season this year, but we didn't. That's okay. One of the beauties of homeschooling is I can just move it to next year. But we will next year move at a little faster pace with it. Kind of 1 lesson a day type of thing. But as much as he doesn't love it, he also didn't complain near as much as I thought he would. So, there's that. For Ben, let's see, math. I list over my notes. We did not get as far in the Beast as I had hoped. We just had some issues getting started at the beginning of the year. So we started 5C, and we're going to finish it this summer, which is not ideal for me. I don't really love to do school during the summer, but I actually think it might be beneficial for him. I think not having that summer lapse will be, I can see it being beneficial for him. And history, this is a subject we do together. we were doing Story of the World this year, volume, I don't even know what volume we're supposed to be on. 2, I think. And I was just uninspired. I don't know. It was our second time through it, and I've just felt kind of bored by it. My boys don't really care to do activities, and so it just wasn't appealing to me. So we bopped around doing this and that, and some documentaries and whatever, which was really good. For a time, one of the ones that they loved was the series Men Who Built America, Men Who Made America. I think it was Build America. They really loved that series. It's by PBS and it's over on Amazon Prime. So we did some good learning, but then I felt like we needed to have a book. And so I checked out Story of Science by Joy Hakim. She's the person who writes the History of Us books, that series. So the Story of Science, there are 3 of them. And so the first one we went through was Aristotle in the beginning, divided chronologically, and it tells the history of the world through a science and mathematics perspective. Each chapter focuses on a different scientist or a different mathematician and places it kind of in the context of what else was going on and how they influenced things. It was a fantastic series. I was surprised on the library's website that it didn't get very good reviews. I thought they were fantastic. My boys enjoyed them. It was just kind of fun to see history in a different way, make connections between what we learned in there and what we learned in Story of the World 1 last year. Don't forget to come back on Saturday for my high school one. I'll see you in the next video.